Hello again, my math friends. This is Mrs. Schlecht, and in this video, we're going to talk about rates and unit rates, but with fractions. All right, my friends, so before we get into lesson 2-2, please make sure that you have all of your necessary supplies to make sure that you are successful for this lesson. First, you're going to need your Envision textbook with that little robot guy on the front. Second, you're going to need your math notebooks so that you can take those beautiful notes. Third, you're going to need a pencil. And fourth, last but always not least, like the most important thing, is that positive math attitude. All right, so like Mrs. Schlecht said, this video goes over lesson 2-2, all right? Please check out that key concepts page on page 98. It will really make sure that you hit kind of the highlights to get what's going on. You guys ready to do some practice? Oh yeah, let's look at page 99, number 7. Again, this is number 7 on page 99. So the information that it gives me to start out with, my friends, is cups of sugar and then cups of butter. So I'm probably making a delicious recipe. But what I first know is that if I have 3/4 of a cup, that's 1/8 a cup of butter. But what the question is asking me to find out is how many cups of sugar do I get for each cup of butter that I need to get, all right? So what we're trying to do is to put this into a unit rate, 1 cup of butter to however many cups of sugar that we need. All right, so I know that I want to get 1 cup of butter. Let's think for a second, my friends. How can I get from 1/8 to 1? Well, that's division, correct? If I divide 1/8 by 1/8, then I will get 1. And remember, whatever I do to my cups of butter, I also need to do to my cups of sugar. So we can think about it, my friends, that in order to get from my original recipe to whatever I want to find out now, I had to go 1/8 divided by 1/8 to get me 1 cup. And again, whatever I do to the bottom, I got to do to the top. So now I'm going to try to figure out, well, what's 3/4 divided by 1/8? All right, so we know now that in order to solve how many cups of sugar I need, if I have 1 cup of butter, we can use this expression to represent that. I have 3/4 that I am trying to divide by 1/8. Now remember, my friends, when we are dividing fractions, there's 3 words that you should keep in mind. Keep, change, and flip, right? We're going to keep that first fraction the same, so that's going to stay 3/4. We're going to change our operation sign. We're going to go from division to multiplication. And then flip refers to 1/8. We're going to use the reciprocal, which is just if we flip it, correct? So our new multiplication sentence for this would look like, so again, my keep was 3/4, that stayed the same. My change was my operation sign. It went from division to multiplication. And then my flip was getting that reciprocal of 1/8. The reciprocal of 1/8, if we just flip it, is 8/1. And now, my friends, this is in a nice friendly format, and you know we can just multiply straight across. So now we'll do 8 times 3/4 times 1. And when we do my math, my friends, we get a 24/4. But we can simplify that. What's 24 divided by 4? That's 6. So let's put that back into context for our problem. That means that for every 6 cups of sugar, that we have in this recipe, I need 1 cup of butter. Or you can think about it as every 1 cup of butter will need 6 cups of sugar. Next, I'd like to look at page 99, number 10. Now this has a rate that is comparing the amount of pages and the amount of time it takes to read that page. This kind of looks like a complex fraction. Do you remember that from a couple weeks ago? A complex fraction is when we have a decimal or a fraction in either the denominator or the numerator of a fraction, right? Kind of looks similar. That's pretty neat. So let's think real quick, my friends. How would I get from 2 minutes to 1 minute? Well, we would divide by 2. And you know that whatever you do to the bottom, you also need to do to the top. So that tells me I'm going to take the total amount of pages that I have, 3/4, I'm also going to divide that by 2. And after I solve this, my friends, then that would tell me how much I am able to read in 1 minute. So let's review being able to divide a fraction by a whole number. So again, our fraction is 3/4. That's the amount of the page that I was able to read. We're trying to divide it by 2. Now remember, my friends, when we are dividing a fraction with a whole number, make that whole number a fraction as well. And the way that you make a whole number into a fraction is to use 1 as its denominator. So now that we have 2 fractions that we're dividing together, we know we can just bust out our keep, change, and flip, and that will make it helpful for us to be able to solve this. All right, so we did our keep. I kept 3/4, 3/4. Change was our operation sign. We went from division to multiplication. And then our flip was talking about that reciprocal, correct, my friends? From 2/1 to 1/2. And now that I have this friendly multiplication sentence, I can just multiply straight across, right? So we'll do 3 times 1 over 4 times 2. So once we've done our multiplication, we know that we get 3/8. What's that mean? Oh, that means that I can read 3/8 of a page in 1 minute. All right, so let's just kind of review what we just did. So I started out with 3/4 of a page that took me 2 minutes to read. We want to keep that same rate, right? That same movement that I'm doing. And I want to know, well, how much can I read in just 1 minute? So what we did, my friends, is we took the number of pages and we divided it by 2 because we took the number of minutes, that time, and we also divided it by 2 so that we were able to get a unit rate, which means that we're comparing it to one unit of something, correct? So we got our division sentence. We know that we were able to do our keep, change, flip to make it multiplication. We were able to solve for 3/8. And again, my friends, that means that I am able to read 3/8 of a page in 1 minute. All right, my friends, so that was just a quick run through for lesson 2-2, which goes over those ratios, rates, unit rates, but with fractions. If you have any other questions after watching this video, please let me know.